The Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce asking the city to repair one of its parking garages downtown they say has reached a crisis point. Plus, the Worcester City Council returns with some new faces at its first meeting. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. The Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce is asking the city for renovations on the Pearl-Elm Municipal Garage downtown. The organization wrote a letter Monday stating the garage is in complete disrepair and has reached a, quote, crisis point. Our Cam Jandro joins us now live with the details. Cam?
Yeah, Anna, this isn't the first time people have tried to get work done on this garage. It is in pretty rough shape, and a few people I caught up with today say the garage should be one of the city's top priorities.
Quick walk through the Pearl-Elm Municipal Garage in downtown Worcester, and it's not hard for visitors to see. The facility needs some work. Responding to mounting concerns, the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce is again asking the city to do something.
This is a downtown parking structure that serves businesses, the customers for those businesses, the employees. The shape it's in, it can't continue. We need to fix the garage. What are we doing?
The chamber says the 800-space garage has not had maintenance in several years and faces issues like decaying ceilings, leaks, and broken elevators. Stuart Loosemore wrote the letter to the city Monday, highlighting issues with the structure.
People's concern of their safety, the safety in the garage. I believe the city would have shut down the garage if it wasn't structurally sound, but you can certainly, if you walk by, can tell it needs to be updated. There needs to be some work done. There needs to be some maintenance done. It's dilapidated.
People that park in the garage say that repairs are inevitable, and they're happy to see the Chamber of Commerce finally step up.
All of my coworkers and I've talked about it fairly frequently about how the state of the garage and how we are concerned about our cars' safety and other people's safety as well.
There's water dripping from up above. It has leaks in it. I mean, every garage has to be updated and upgraded every once in a while, sure. I'd love to see that happen.
Loosemore says parking spots in downtown Worcester are already hard to find, and the city can't afford to lose the garage.
We all know parking is a massive concern, so the loss of that garage would just be devastating.
Now, the chamber took their concerns to the city council meeting tonight. Councillor Constantina Luke spoke, saying the city does in fact need to fix this garage, and she will be pushing the issue when the city constructs a budget later this year. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. After a brief hiatus, Worcester City Council was back in session Tuesday. The first meeting of 2018 welcomed new city councilors Sean Rose and Matt Wally. Rose will be taking over District 1 for Tony Economou, while Wally fills the spot left by former District 5 councillor Gary Rosen, who's now an at-large councillor. Otherwise, council members are the same from the city's previous two-year term. We're getting a first look tonight at the Worcester Public Library's new mobile library. The new Libby mobile library is 25% bigger than the previous one. It was made possible through a collaboration between the City of Worcester, Worcester Public Library, the Library Foundation, and Holy Cross. According to the city, since 2013, when the bookmobile went onto the road, 118,000 items have been circulated as a result. This latest model will continue that. Among its many features, it will have Wi-Fi, allowing people to download ebooks and connect to the internet.
The library's really been looking to realign services to allow Libby to be on the road even more, to be able to visit more sites every month. Libby's really the flagship of our mobile library services, and it's really our goal to make sure that Libby gets into every single neighborhood in the city and rolling down everybody's streets.
The bookmobile is also a moving piece of art. Tonight, those artists who have worked with Powwow Worcester, among other high-profile organizations around the world, were honored with the key to the city. More than a foot of snow fell on central Massachusetts last week, and while snow is melting or is being cleared from the roadways, another problem remains: large snowbanks. Snowbanks piled high in Worcester, causing concern for pedestrians like Gail Anderson.
It's dangerous, especially in the morning, because I go to work early in the morning, so it's dark out too.
Now, days after Winter Storm Grayson dumped more than a foot of snow over central Massachusetts, most sidewalks in the city are clear. But large snow piles on some street corners make it difficult to see pedestrians and other drivers. Some snowbanks are so high in the city, it's nearly impossible to see what's behind them until it's too late.
Where do you put the snow? You know, the people who are shoveling the sidewalks need to find a place to put it. The city plowing the streets need a place to put it. Some of our neighborhoods are very dense. They're compact neighborhoods, narrow streets, and so it is a challenge.
City Manager Edward Augustus says the city requires residents and businesses to shovel sidewalks, and there are fines given if they do not comply. When it comes to snow piles, there's no designated area to take the snow and put it. He urges pedestrians and drivers to use extra caution until the snow melts.
That's why we want people to remove the snow from the sidewalk, so that school children who've gone back, seniors, people trying to get to a bus stop can do that in a safe way and not have to go out into the street.
Temperatures are finally above freezing this week, which means long lines at area car washes. As our Rosalind Flaherty explains, the salt and sand used to keep roads clear this winter can cause a lot of damage to cars.
Car experts say salt can build up in a car's wheel well, causing rust and what could be a costly repair. It stays on the roads long after it's done treating winter conditions, and experts say in the winter months, rock salt can stick to your car and cause serious damage.
This is what it looks like now, but it really starts from the back side where the salt collects.
Peter Campo-Piano is the general manager of Cosmetics on Gold Star Boulevard. He says salt builds up in the car's wheel wells and leads to rust.
Anything that's open, you know, with bare metal, open to the weather we call it, can create havoc down the road.
Campo-Piano says it's something car owners want to be on the lookout for, and he suggests getting a car wash every few weeks.
We'll keep that salt, you know, from starting to rust. It'll keep it from collecting in areas that it's not made to collect.
It's advice drivers like Bill Wrightsell are taking. The warmer weather had cars lined up at Ernie's Car Wash in Worcester.
Keep the car, you know, spick and span and keep it going as long as possible without it rusting.
Campo-Piano says it's important drivers pay attention to their cars, and if they do notice rust, get it fixed right away to avoid more expensive repairs.
Life of your vehicle, you know, you can extend that, you know, many times over just by some simple maintenance.
Campo-Piano says if you catch the rust damage early, it could cost around a few $100s to repair, but if you wait, it could cost up to $1,000 to repair, and if you compare that with a car wash is less than $20. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A deal aimed at keeping the Pawtucket Red Sox in Rhode Island passes its first legislative test on Tuesday. According to NBC 10 in Rhode Island, the Rhode Island Senate Finance Committee voted 10-1 to approve public subsidies, which would help fund a new stadium for the team. The state would pay $23 million of the $83 million stadium. The deal still needs approval of the full Senate and House. PawSox officials have visited Worcester several times, and City Manager Edward Augustus has also shown his support for the team to move to Worcester. Worcester firefighters responding to 2 fires at the same home in less than 1 week. The Canterbury Street home first caught fire Sunday morning. Homeowner Carmen Perez says another fire happened this afternoon on the 2nd floor. Her daughter says firefighters worked for hours to put out the first fire, and she never expected it to happen again.
There's about 6 feet of water. Now it's ice, but there's about 6 feet of water down there. Because they drenched the house, so we never would have thought that this would have happened again.
Perez says she was inside her home Sunday when she discovered the first fire. She says she was making coffee when she smelled smoke.
I didn't see anything when I went to the basement because the smoke was so black. I didn't see my cat, and I had to get out because I felt my eyes burning and my throat burning. So I ran out of the house and called my other pets.
Perez has worked for Worcester Public Schools for more than 20 years. Teachers set up a GoFundMe to help raise money for her family. The cause of the fires are still under investigation. 2 people are facing several charges after police say they broke into a home while one of the suspects' families was at a funeral. Warren police say Alice Davenport stole a safe filled with items worth more than $90,000. Davenport and Dyer and Conyers were arrested at a hotel in Southbridge in connection to the theft. The 2 are facing several charges, including breaking and entering and larceny from a building. A new medical clinic in Worcester will help serve people with sexually transmitted infections like HIV. The clinic inside of AIDS Project Worcester is a collaboration between the organization and UMass Memorial Healthcare. Our Brittany Schaefer has more on the expansion of medical services.
A new partnership between AIDS Project Worcester and UMass Memorial Healthcare aims to help in the fight against sexually transmitted diseases. It will allow the Plymouth Street location to expand medical services, focusing on a population who won't go to hospitals.
We do HIV, HCV, gonorrhea, chlamydia testing. We also do Narcan training. And now with our collaboration with UMass, we're able to expand to offer some medical care at the agency once a week.
The agency will help treat sexually transmitted infections, injection site wounds, and hepatitis for people who don't have health insurance. Worcester's Commissioner of Health and Human Services says the opioid epidemic can lead to other health issues.
It's a huge issue, and with the increasing opioid epidemic, that the numbers have not decreased, that those are the risk factors, HIV and hepatitis.
I think that we all know that the opioid epidemic in particular is just tragic right now. It's really increasing quite a bit in the young drug-using population.
AIDS Project Worcester says having medical help in their agency will help hundreds in the city.
We get a lot of clients who come down here and they're just really apprehensive about going to a big facility like a UMass or like Memorial and coming down to an agency where they already feel safe and where people already know them. Gives them great comfort, and now we know that they're going to get some care.
We're going to do some simple work here with people and hopefully get them to trust the medical system a little bit more and hopefully build relationships.
UMass Memorial Healthcare says there's a big reason why people who could be infected should come to this medical clinic.
Longer life. We can essentially cure hepatitis C. We can't yet cure HIV, but most people with HIV, if they stay on their medications, can live a relatively normal, healthy life.
Now, this clinic will run once a week and will have an infectious disease physician and a nurse practitioner. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A city dam in poor condition does not meet current state standards for dam safety. City Manager Edward Augustus is asking the City Council to allow Worcester to apply for a more than $309,000 state grant to help fix the issues. The Patch Reservoir Dam is categorized as a high hazard because of the potential for property damage downstream if the dam fails. The City Council will take up the manager's recommendations at tonight's meeting.